If you have bad credit or you have no credit at all, probably one of the first things you've heard about in terms of what you can do or get to start boosting up your credit history and your credit score is going out and getting a secured credit card. Now, this is the first thing that I wanted to do for myself as well in terms of going out and getting a secured credit card. I did that, and I'm going to be showing you the card that I got and also how it reflected on my credit and how my credit score has already jumped up in terms of points. So if you want to start building up your credit and you want something in terms of a safe way and a low cost way to start building up your credit, I definitely can recommend this method to you. Stick around. What's up, Crypto Land? Black Crypto here, bringing another cryptocurrency video where I talk about the basics of Bitcoin and everything else cryptocurrency. And I'm also starting to talk a whole lot about also credit, because how can you talk about your financial independency if you do not include credit? So we're talking about secured credit cards. Now, with a secured credit card, it's a little bit different from an unsecured credit card. With a secured credit card, you're giving a cash deposit as collateral against this particular credit. So let's look at an example. For instance, with the unsecured credit card, let's take a $200 limit. When you go out to a store and you buy something for $200, you then get a statement and they say, hey, you now owe $200 a month later, and then you have to go and pay that bill. With a secured credit card, for instance, when you join, you're going ahead and give them $200 in the beginning and say, hey, hold this for me as collateral. I want that $200 limit. And now when you go out there and you buy something for $200, it's the exact same way. You still get a statement saying, hey, you'll owe them $200 in 30 days. But the difference is, if you cannot pay that money, well, they have $200 and you're on the hook no longer, because they can take that away against their losses. With an unsecured credit card, they're trusting you. They're believing in you in terms of, hey, you've shown a good positive history of making payments. So you're probably going to be fine when it comes to you making that $200 payment. Now, there may be a few good reasons why you want to get a secured credit card. One being that you were denied for an unsecured credit card for whatever reason that may have been. For instance, another reason is you have bad credit and you want to start building or rebuilding that credit history. Another reason also is you may have gotten denied for some type of loan, whether it was a personal loan or a car loan or a mortgage or whatever reason. And those are the reasons why you probably want to build up your credit and get a secured credit card. And this is one of the things that happened to me some time ago. I went out there and tried to get myself a personal loan and I couldn't get one. And I didn't want to get anything that was high or anything. I wanted to get something that I was thinking around $3,000 to $5,000, and I was denied for that loan, and I couldn't figure out the reason why. I mean, I have a credit card that has a higher limit than that, so why is it that I cannot get a loan? Of course, when we talk about credit, it's not only in terms of you having nothing on your credit or having bad credit, it's a mixture of things that are on your credit. So because I have pretty much no credit history, and I only have one thing on there, and then depending on how I'm using that one single account, they can say, you know what, we don't want to open up another account for you. In previous videos, I talked about the Credit Karma app, which is a great app to monitor your credit history and your credit score as well. Now, what I also did is I went through the Credit Karma app because they give really good recommendations for credit cards. And inside of this app, I saw recommendations for OpenSky Secured credit card. So I went through the app, which took me to the website, which is pretty outdated, but I went to the website, I joined, and I made a $200 collateral deposit for my secured credit card. And I have it right here. This is my OpenSky in terms of my secured credit card. I have it now. It's been about a month or so. So I want to see what's happening with my credit history and how it's going to boost up my credit score by just having a secured credit card. And this is a really good way if you want to also start building up your credit history. Now, I chose $200. You can choose up to $1,000 if you want to. The important thing is not really the amount of money that you're going to secure, because it depends on whether you're going to be using the card or not. I don't really plan on using this card. I'm just using it to report on my credit history to boost it up. So because of that, I chose $200. It's now been about a month since I've added the OpenSky account, and I am really happy with them. So I'm going to show you exactly how they reflect on your credit and how they boosted up my credit score. So if we go back to the Credit Karma app and we take a look inside here, we're going to go to the TransUnion. Now, if you remember before, my TransUnion had jumped up to about 589 because of the self-lender. And then what also happened, because there wasn't any change for any particular amount of time, it boosted up about another 10 points to 599. Now, because of the OpenSky, which is reflected as Capital Bank, which was now added to my TransUnion, this now jumped up 16 points, which you now see is now 615. So now I am above a 600 to a 615 on my TransUnion because of adding this Capital Bank, which is OpenSky. Now, if we go over to my Equifax and take a look at how it reflected there, we can see that the Capital Bank was also added over here to my Equifax as well. But this score did not jump up in terms of 16 points. I actually lost a point on this. And this is because on this account, I already have a credit card that's on here with a high limit, which I went over before my payment. And also because of adding another account between these two, it went down 1 point. Whichever way, in terms of how they figured that particular part out, it did not jump up. So depending on what you have on a particular credit bureau's report can affect how your score will go up and down. So you see here, it went actually down 1 point. But on my TransUnion, it actually shot up 16 points because of adding this OpenSky secure credit card. Alright guys, there you have it. So if you're looking for a really good way to start building up your credit, and in terms of a low cost way as well, look into getting yourself a secured credit card. This is obviously the way that I wanted to go about in terms of building up my credit very slowly. I went ahead and got myself a secured credit card through the Credit Karma app. And I can recommend the OpenSky so far. I'm going to be making that $35 payment in terms of my first payment to them. And then I'm going to probably use the card maybe once or twice just to keep the card active. That's also a very important thing that you want to do. You don't want to just get the card and just clear out the balance and don't ever use it again. They may end up closing your account. So you want to start using the card a little bit, showing that positive payment history as well, so it can reflect on your credit. Guys, if you're looking for a great way to build up your credit, get that Credit Karma app. They also have other great cards that they may recommend to you, not only this OpenSky. This is the one that I chose for myself and that I can show that already works for me. Of course, they have a high interest rate of 17%. Some of the other cards may have higher percentage or lower percentage depending on you and your credit profile and your credit score. So definitely check that out in terms of what recommendations that they give specifically to you. This is what is working for myself. Guys, I'm Black Crypto. Thank you for checking out another cryptocurrency video. If you like videos like this, make sure you give this a thumbs up, hit that like button. Let me know what secured credit card you have in your wallet, or which ones that you're thinking about possibly getting, or if you have the OpenSky, how have they been for you so far? I'm going to share with you in terms of how they are with me over the next couple months. Also guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you'll be notified anytime I release any new videos right here on my channel as I grow all of my subscribers. I thank you, and I see you in the next video. Peace.